The first time they called me, their voices weren't angry yet. They were confused. And that's how I knew they still had no idea what was coming. Before I get into it, if you've ever been underestimated, disrespected, or quietly pushed aside after doing all the hard work, subscribe right now. Like this video, because stories like this are why this channel exists. And stay with me, because this isn't loud revenge. This is the kind that unfolds slowly and hurts a lot more. I'm 48 years old now, comfortable, stable, self-made, but not self-born. When I was young, my father was everything. He didn't hand me money, but he gave me something more valuable: stability. He helped me through school. I graduated debt-free. I started my own business straight out of university because I wasn't suffocating under loans like everyone else. That head start. That was him. So when his business struggled years later, helping him wasn't a question. It was repayment, loyalty, gratitude. I didn't move back home. I didn't take a title. I didn't demand control. I just helped, quietly, consistently, for years. Then there was my stepmother. She came into my father's life after I was already gone, already building my own path. From day one, she looked at me like an unpaid bill. Like I owed her something simply for existing before her. She had 2 sons, grown men, both in their 30s. And in her eyes, I should have been doing more for them. More guidance, more money, more opportunity. But here's the thing, I didn't raise them. I didn't create them. And I sure as hell didn't owe them a career. My father, though, he hired them. Both stepbrothers ended up working at his company. On paper, they were client relations. In reality, lunches, golf games, drinks on the company card. They called it networking. I called it cosplay capitalism. Whenever real work showed up, numbers, operations, decisions, they magically disappeared. Still, the company survived. Because when my father needed help, I was there. A few times, things got tight. Instead of letting him go to the bank or risk losing control, I loaned him money, low interest, practically symbolic, structured in a way that protected both of us. If things went bad, I could write it off. If things went well, he paid me back slowly. One thing I didn't know at the time, he never told his wife, never told her sons. To them, the business just stayed alive, like magic. Then my father got sick. 2 years ago, his health declined fast. He couldn't come into the office anymore. And suddenly, the stepbrothers had to do more than smile and shake hands. They struggled, but the company was solid now, and years of quiet support had stabilized it. My father and his accountant still ran everything from behind the scenes. The machine worked. The boys just didn't break it. 6 months before my dad passed, he rewrote his will. I remember reading it, sitting there, calm, detached, and then that familiar pressure in the chest. The kind you get when you realize something rotten has finally surfaced. Everything, house, savings, retirement, went to my stepmother. The company split between her and her sons, me. Photo albums, sentimental items, tokens. I didn't need the money. I truly didn't. But what hurt wasn't the inheritance. It was the erasure, years of loyalty, years of support, reduced to nostalgia. And suddenly, everything made sense. The coldness, the entitlement, the assumption that the company was a cash cow they deserved. They didn't just cut me out. They assumed I'd keep carrying them anyway. That night, I didn't sleep. I wasn't angry in the explosive way. No shouting, no rage. It was quieter than that. My mind kept circling one thought. Fine, you want it without me, then you'll get it without me. I sold the loans, not randomly, not recklessly. I sold them to a competitor. A sharp one. The kind that reads every line twice and expects full repayment. There was one condition: I would personally keep making the payments until my father passed away. No disruption. No stress for him.
No drama, clean.
Surgical, I got my money back, they got the company. Everyone was happy until he passed. After the funeral, after the condolences dried up, after the estate was settled, that's when they called me. They'd found the paperwork, the numbers, the debt. Suddenly, they wanted to talk. They invited me over. Sat me down like we were family again. Smiles tight, voices careful. They wanted the old deal. 1% interest, flexible payments, no pressure. I let them finish, let the silence stretch. Then I told them the truth. I'm not your creditor anymore. The room changed instantly, confusion, then panic. I explained, calmly, that they'd be dealing with someone else now. Someone far less sentimental. Someone who'd likely want full repayment, or a renegotiation that actually made sense. They stared at me like I just flipped the table. They accused me of betrayal, of sabotaging them, of being cruel. I didn't raise my voice. I just reminded them the company is still viable, strong even. Any bank would loan them the money to cover the debt. Plenty of good companies operate with debt. They stormed out furious. And here's the thing, they're not ruined. My stepmother has enough to live comfortably for the rest of her life, unless she burns it on impulse and ego. My stepbrothers, they own a real business now, with a real accountant. If they actually work, it'll support them and their families indefinitely. All I did was stop carrying them. The revenge wasn't loud, it wasn't cruel, it was proportional. And for the first time in years, I felt light. No more quiet resentment, no more invisible labor, no more assumptions, just peace. Sometimes justice isn't about taking everything. Sometimes it's about letting people finally feel the weight of what they inherited. If this story hit you, like the video, subscribe for more real stories where patience beats rage. And tell me in the comments, was this revenge or just consequences?